Assalamu alaikum, and thank you, Arfin Bhai, to give me an opportunity to speak on your channel again. Today, the topic is success. What is success? How do we measure it? How do we really become successful or feel that we are successful? I think it's relevant to being inside, feeling yourself to be successful, and how others will perceive you as a successful person. So, success in somebody's eyes could be a financial success, could be a professional success, could be a personal success, could be successful health wise, monetary wise. Your achievements in life as a professional can be a success. For example, for a teacher, a success would be that how many years they have taught to the people and what benefit their students have got all of their life. So you will see a teacher talking about their success in saying, I have taught for 30 years and I have 10,000 students who they are doing well in their life. But it may not be a financial success. People may look at it from another perspective. A person who's financially very successful and very secure will look at from to say how much bank account I have, how much properties I have, how much investments I have, how much successful security I have going forward. That can be success for him or her, but it may not be a success for another person who doesn't really care how much money they have, how much properties they have, how much securities they have. So I think it is subjective to one person to the other. When we look at from an Islamic perspective, the success is ulaika humul muflihun. Who are the successful people? Then Quran tells us the people of faith, the people who they have tawakkul, the people who they know how to share their life with others, and how do you become an impactful person to the other people's life in a positive way. I think after even me working for more than 25 years of my life, I have come to think success is not that all just being professionally successful. Success is not just being a person who has secured financials or family-wise is successful, having your daughters and sons grown up and gone to their colleges and schools at this time. I think it is something different than that. I think it's something bigger than that. It's something that is measured not from inside out, but also from outside in. For example, today, if I look at my life, I think it's all because what people have invested in me, what people and my community, my society has invested inside me. For example, my parents invested in me to be a good son, a good student, and then my professional growth started, in which professional people around me helped me to be who I am today. I think that now the success for me would be how much I have paid back to that community and society, which made me a quote unquote successful today. How much impact I can add back to the people's life who are struggling through either professional success career path, a professional successful career path, or as a person they are going through the difficulties of life and challenges of life as I still go through or I have gone through in my life in the past. I think that may become irrelevant to calling it a person who is called as the person with falah, the person who has been really successful. If we look at anybody's life in anybody's life who we think is successful, you can take of any person's name who they are known in the world. I think they are not measured on one factor or two factors of being successful. They are measured on an overall contribution of their success and their stature and their position or their role. I'm not talking about being rich or poor. I'm talking about whoever they are. Their contribution back to the society becomes a measure of them being successful or not. Because now they will not be counted or measured only because of what they have done, but also for what they have contributed to their organization, to the people around them, to the society around them. And our deen, being a Muslim, also tells us that people who they know how to yunfikun, the people who they invest their efforts back into the community, how they become from yunfikun to muflihun, the people who they have been given success by Allah. This is evident from the lives of the Sahaba and companion of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who they were either rich or poor. They contributed their efforts back to the wellness, with the goodness and the betterness of the society that they were living in. Not only just from a deen perspective of the deen, but they helped out the people. They reached out to the people who they needed them. That made them real successful, that they are still alive in our hearts. They are not just names which came to this society and this world and they went and they gone and they were forgotten. Would that be a success for me, to be financially very successful, to be professionally very successful, but nobody will will remember me in their du'as later on because I did not contribute anything to their life? My ikhlaq, my conduct, my behavior, my connecting with the people, my respect to them at the level that I feel myself to be respected, my emotional investments in them more than my money into their life, how I connect with them. Do I ask them how they are feeling? Is there anything I can do for them? Do I reach out to the needy people before they extend their hand to me? That might be a successful going forward, in which one person can have the dua, the prayers of those people without themselves even knowing. That would be real success. I remember one little story from my father's time, may Allah bless his soul. When I joined a small juice company in Pakistan right after my BSc honors, and I became the quality control officer, I was very happy, and I ran to my father, and I told him that, Baba, I have become the quality control officer of this big juice company who they have built a plant from Brazil in my area. He was very happy. He hugged me and he said, but the real success would be the day when you will be having the dua, the prayer of someone in your absence. So being a quality control officer is a good achievement from professional side, but being a good human being and being a good Muslim and being a good leader, I think, would be that if my people, my team, and the people that I connect with them day in and day out also make dua for me and have good wishes for me in my absence, not on my face. I am still struggling to be that successful, which my father sort of gave me a bar to be. I am still struggling. And I wish that I become a person that is taking and having the people's duas and good wishes in my absence. Because people can say anything good on my face just because of my position or role or my my impact on their life. But the good thing would be that if I get that dua when nobody is seeing, but only Almighty is looking at them. To be that successful, I think it will be an overall effort and a struggle, because shaitan and evil and arrogance and I will say that inner thoughts of our nafs will stop us doing that. We will have to come down to the level of the people that we connect to, and we should be approachable. We should having an open door policy. We should also be going towards people before they are coming to us, and we should be able to connect with them at their level, not showing that there is a difference between them and us on monetary side, on level side, but on human being and being Muslims, we are all same. And especially in an organizational structure or organizational setup, it should be beyond that. People should be able to connect with you with their own issues as well, so that you are relatable to them. They can relate to you. If people would relate to you, they will open up to you. If they will open up to you, you will start coming to know their issues, their things that you can contribute to us. And if that happens, that is the first stage of you being a good human being, to be able to start resolving those issues with them, if Allah gives you that tawfiq. And if that happens, you may get the dua of the people. In my mind, I may not be correct, but these were just few of my thoughts, that success is subjective from one to the other. Subject can be at different levels. Success can be at a different level, and success can be different for what I feel inside versus the creations of God Almighty, who they're looking at me. So I think, other than the things that we see as success, might be the necessities of the life. For example, somebody can live with only $1,000 per month and be as successful and as happy that one who is earning $50,000 per month would not be at that level. So it means that it's not just the financial, just not the roles, responsibilities, and your monetary situation which makes you successful. It's that if you are happy inside and the people outside are happy being with you and making dua for you, I think that would be real success. May Allah give us tawfiq to be those people. Thank you very much.